Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do you remember how to even do a video?
Yes, I do. Is it rolling? Is it going?
Yeah, it's already going.
So do you know how to do a video?
Yes.
The question is, do I know how to look at the camera still and talk to it?
It's been a while.
Hey, everyone. It's been a while, and that's what we're talking about. Well, for me, you did a video.
I did one a couple weeks ago, just trying to get you guys caught up on what's going on, and not so it's so stale on YouTube. We wanted to put something out there, but there has been quite a bit of things going on, and that's why we've delayed in doing any videos of any sort.
First off, though, thank you so much, everyone, for all the messages. You guys are still coming around and leaving comments on the channel and on Instagram and Facebook. We're doing good. I know Ambrose, like he said right now, he put out a video talking a little bit about that. We're doing great. We're just taking a break. We need it because we're in the what is it, of moving, the process of moving from the home. We're finally getting out of here. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk a little bit about what have we been doing in the future. So it might take a little time to this video. It might be a little long one.
Yeah, it might be a long video. If you're not into it, I mean, you're definitely more than welcome to skip it. But we do want to express to you guys, how grateful we are to still have a lot of people still watching, and quite a bit of not a lot of subscribers, but we're getting some steady subscribers. So we're always very thankful for that, and it's always fun to see that.
The messages are always awesome. You guys go and search for us and our other, on the, like I said, the Instagram and Facebook, and you guys are always leaving comments and just checking on us, and I'm just so thankful and happy for all you garden friends.
Yeah.
So, okay, what have we been up to? So, all winter we've been preparing the home for the big move.
Yeah.
And the garden, little by little, I'm actually looking for new parents for some of our plants.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm doing right now. Who stays and who goes. What else are we? Okay, number one thing we're doing right now is not just preparing the home and the outdoors.
Yeah.
But mentally, we're preparing ourselves.
Yeah.
And our children.
Yeah. So I know we talk about moving, and we brought it up very, very early. And although it may seem very, very early from when we're actually moving, and you guys, you seem to think that it's happening within a matter of months. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't happen that way. It's going to happen sometime June, July timeframe. But for us, we mentioned moving because there's so much stuff that entails with moving.
We start early.
We start very early.
This one's a different one.
This is a different one because this is our pretty much our final move. My retirement's been approved. I'm ready to move on to the next chapter of my life. And there's just a lot of stuff mentally that we have to prepare for, and not to mention, the accumulation of stuff that we've had over the years that we have to. What are we keeping this time? What are we getting rid of? Because every move we bring something with us because it's just another move. But this is going to be a permanent move. We don't want to drag along stuff that we're no longer going to need.
That's something we try to do all the time. Try to remove things that we don't need anymore, so we don't go and just keep things laying around that we don't need.
Yeah.
Just cause what? What would you call clutter?
Yeah,
clutter.
Just clutter in general.
A new beginning, and that's something that we're going to do with the garden too. First off, I feel like I always have to do this, and I do because we always, thank goodness, we always get, thank God we're lucky to still be getting new subscribers.
Yeah.
Even though we're away for so long, and we'll talk about that too, where we've been on and off so much since we moved here. But if you guys are new and wondering, what are they talking about? I'm going to go ahead and introduce ourselves again. I'm Angie.
And I'm Ambrose. And
we live on a military base, Quantico base in Virginia. My husband is a Marine. You've been in the military?
So 19 and a half years now. So it'll be 20 in September, and I'm done. I'm retired. But that's basically what we have.
And we've been bringing our garden along, with us, and it's a big help. It's just helped in so many ways. We can talk about that later on another video on how the garden helps us. It's I think it would be a good video. Let's talk a little bit about the not so pretty part of what we really wanted to talk to you about in the beginning of the video, and then we'll get to the goodies, the whole moving and the exciting part. Okay, so why haven't we been, so consistent? That hurts. Number one, that hurts a YouTube channel a lot, not to be
Yeah.
consistent, not to be bringing a lot of videos, a lot of, things do happen around this garden. Every day there's something in the garden happening. So there's no excuses for no videos. We have a lot to share, and we're always so happy to share. But we have been going through something for the past 3 years, I'm going to say. 3 years?
It's been the whole time. Pretty much, we got here, we moved here. We were here for a couple months, and then we had new people move in. So it's pretty much been about 3 years total.
Homes are super close, guys.
Yeah.
Very, very close. So, that's something that we all have to learn to live with and get along. And you don't have to like your neighbor. Just do your thing.
Yep.
But, for some of you that probably got to see a video, maybe if you...
So something that happened with that particular video that Angie just mentioned right now, and it basically threw a monkey wrench in all of our plans, all of our motivation, all of our gardening plans, and things we were going to do for our channel. We could literally do a vlog every single day we wanted to, but there's a reason why we don't do that, and it's very demotivating. The morale is just not there, and we don't want to come off on video with
sharing negative stuff.
Yeah, that type
gardening is not about that. Gardening is about inspiring others to get out there and do something. We all learn from each other through gardening too, and you learn life lessons, I think, as well.
Yeah.
What we're talking about is a few years ago, we had a horrible incident happen right here.
Yeah.
We had a different type of fence, an older wooden fence where you can see every single thing through the others, through each other's yards, and we had a neighbor that was abusing her dogs. We were actually doing a video here, and for some reason, this person thought that it was great time to come outdoors and beat her dog. Sorry for the way I said it, but yes, literally beat the poor animal. So that had been happening for a few days or maybe 2 weeks, and I was giving those people some time to actually, I was in shock, I think.
Yeah.
My children went through it, and...
Definitely shock. If you look at the video, I was in complete shock. Angie's the one that spoke out. But there are plenty of videos that we've done that we just scrap because the motivation is just not there anymore. We just don't feel it. We're in the middle of doing a video and something like that happens. And it's not just that incident, but there's a culmination of smaller things that makes one feel like we're going crazy.
It's hell. It's hell. It's hell living with something so negative and so close to you. And you feel sometimes like you really can't do anything about it. I hate even talking about this to you guys because this is not what I want our whole thing to be about. The reason we're speaking about it is because I think you guys deserve to know how come we don't have so much out there and we're not consistent.
Yeah, why we're inconsistent.
It brings down the good motivation, the good vibes. When you do a video, for you guys that watch us that have YouTube videos, you understand, sometimes you go out there and it might not be that one take on a video, sometimes you got to take a couple more takes. Sometimes you got to, if we're doing a planter, something goes wrong and you have to pull out everything and, again, but let me give you an example. But when you're standing here, literally one time I was doing the oak leaf hydrangea that's right next to me, a video of that. And, we knew that nobody was going to come out. We know, that we kind of know already what's going to happen that day. And super early too, I think it was.
Yeah.
And you're outside doing your video right there, and all of a sudden somebody decides to come over from the other side of the home and start literally splashing buckets of water on that fence this close.
Yeah.
Water starts to splatter to your side. You can't really say anything because they seem to call it harassment from our part to them. And you kind of get tired of dealing with that back and forth thing.
Yeah. So
and we were just so tired. By the time you're ready that passes and you're ready to do a video,
we're done
you're
with
drained
it
out.
after so many takes. Not just the motivation, but having to do retakes. The battery in the camera just dies out. The battery in our microphones die out. Just a culmination of things.
You're not there no more. Mentally, you're not happy. You're not.
And you can
motivated.
see it in videos. You can see how demotivated you are in videos. Like I said, we scrap videos because it's just not there. The excitement's just not there. And gardening is all about being excited and being out here and doing things that we love doing. And that's just not happening when things like that
The most
occur.
painful part of this is our children.
Yeah.
We have an older autistic daughter. gardening, like I said, comes as help for many reasons, many things, many ways. Her being autistic, this was another way of her to come out and be herself and enjoy the garden and learn more through the garden. And then, we have 4 children. She's the oldest. She's an adult already. She's 20. But in her mentality, she's not an adult. So she's still learning. She's still going through things that, maybe an 8-year-old would be going through at some times. So, or 5-year-old at some times, So this is very helpful for her. But when that happened, she experienced that happening as well many times. And that just...
Yeah, and I know we don't talk about our daughter a lot because the autistic thing is just something that we have dealt with. But when you think about a autistic person that thinks very, very precisely about certain things.
For her, it's black and white. There's no gray. You do bad or you do good or you do bad.
And so when she has a mental capacity of maybe 11, 12-year-old, sometimes even a 6, 7 years old, for instance, when COVID was happening, she was fearful of going out.
She didn't want to go out.
She didn't want to go out. We have to explain to her exactly first what's going on and how it's affecting. So she didn't want to go out. And then when things like this happen...
The garden was a lifesaver for everybody in the COVID time, but not for her.
Yeah, it was an opportunity for her to come out and enjoy the flowers and things like that, but...
That was taken away from her.
It was taken away because we would hear the cussing, and not to mention that, not just the cussing and stuff like that, but, just a lot of little things like our dogs come out, our dogs do not bark at all. Our dogs are very, very well-behaved dogs, but when you leave your dogs out for hours at a time, and I know you can hear your dogs barking for so many hours, it probably tells you it's time to bring your dogs in. But that was another thing we dealt with as well. We couldn't come out here with the camera because...
It was a number of things, and we can keep going on and on and on. It's just so negative, and it was so heavy that... And I it's so ugly to say these things, but I feel such a relief now that they're gone. I'm like so happy. I was able to speak to this person. I was able to let her know, how this was affecting us, but...
It turned into us harassing them. PMO got called on us. That's a whole other story, guys. We can continue going on and on, like Angie said about this.
They got ugly, guys.
But they've moved away. It feels like a box has been lifted off my back, off both our backs.
It even feels bright. Like I told Ambrose as we walk out of here, I even feel like a dark cloud has lifted off.
Yes.
And before we keep going and moving on, because I know we're pulling this long, but we wanted to talk about this to you guys. Why? I just want y'all to understand why we haven't videoed. I know a lot of you guys from this community watch, and this doesn't just go to the people from this community. But we get DMs, we get messages through our Instagram or Facebook from people from here. And the stories that they tell us, it's not just us.
Oh, no.
It's going around a lot. Very disrespectful people. There's also people that we've known that have had to pick up and move and go. They've literally been chased out of their homes with this kind of behavior where they don't let them be happy. They are literally been harassed. Their children can't go outside. They can't have a good time. It shouldn't be like this. It's changed so much over the years. I don't ever remember living in this type of situation on a base housing, military base.
We even had a complaint at one time where we were asked if we wanted to move. Rather than solve the problem the other way, we were asked to move. But you're not alone if you're watching and you deal with this kind of stuff.
Just please say something.
Yeah.
Please keep saying something. I know when you say something, it feels sometimes like you feel sometimes like you're all alone and you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Don't. Keep going for it. Keep saying something. Keep speaking out. If you know you're right.
Yep.
Don't give up. It is abuse. It's mental abuse.
Right.
And it's not okay.
So now to change subjects, because
to the happy stuff.
There are brighter days ahead, and unfortunately, that problem has since gone. Unfortunately, though, we only have a couple months here, so we're not going to be able to garden here, which kind of it's
which such a little garden, but we actually fell in love with gardening here. Of course, we wish we could do so many more things, but okay, let's go ahead and tell them where we're moving to. You want to go ahead and say it? We both say it? Or I know some of your friends have already... Y'all guys know where we're going because y'all follow us through other social media.
You can go ahead and say it.
Okay. We are headed back home to Texas.
Yeah.
Where? We don't know yet.
So that's the funny part, right? Is We're moving back to Texas. We don't know where yet because a lot of that decision has to do with our older daughter going to college next year, and
one of our
daughters going to college next year, and where she wants to go to college and what's going to best benefit her. It also, the gardening thing also plays a big role in what we want to do, because I will be retired. Not to say I'm not going to get another job, because I'm still looking at finding another career and possibly getting another job, but at the same time, I want to enjoy the garden like never before, because there's just, again, the last couple of years has just been very deflating, and I want to get back into the garden. I love pruning roses. Vegetables are a thing that is a must if we go back to Texas, and we're just so looking forward to it. I know a lot of you guys have looked forward to how we garden in different zones, and Texas might be a complete different zone. We could end up in a zone 9, we could be in a zone 8, we could be in a zone 7.
I hope not at 9. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm shooting for 7 and 8. Been trying to, talk to more people from that area. We do have some people that, have been reaching out to us, telling us how it is for them. We come from San Antonio, Texas, so we know how it is. We know the season is longer. It's very, very hot. And you can literally keep going with growing vegetables, which is something that Ambrose loves doing. And we didn't get to do that here because, not that you can grow vegetables in Virginia, because you can, but the area that our home is at is very shaded.
Yes.
So we can't do that. We cannot grow a veggie garden so much because there's not a lot of sunlight.
And so speaking of going back home, I mean it's there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening, and we want to keep up with YouTube. We want to keep up doing videos and stuff like that. But again, with the move, we're and like Angie said in the beginning of the video, we're looking at what we're keeping, what we're getting rid of, what we're giving away to people. What are the plans for what we have in the garden right now? But we still want to maintain some type of consistency in doing some type of gardening. So I think we talked about maybe doing some containers again this year.
Yeah,
a few.
I'm debating and thinking on whether still put containers for our community, because that's something that we've done 2 years in a row already. And I had a blast doing them. I had a blast putting containers together, and we've had some people ask us again if we're going to do that this year, and I think we are. I think we should. I'm not going to say anything yet because I'm kind of still thinking. I don't want to put too much on our plate and then last minute we can't, but I think we should.
It's been quite a bit of stuff going on, guys, and we just wanted to update you guys because we do have a lot of stuff happening, not just with the move, but being that I'm retiring, I'm going to have a bunch of medical appointments coming up, some transitional stuff coming up, and it just takes a lot of time from us actually doing things in the garden.
It got windy and it's cold, guys.
Yeah, we got the fire going on here, so it's keeping us somewhat warm, but it's been kind of. And I have the autofocus on, so I hope it's not distracting the focus, the fire from the camera. Hopefully, you guys have been able to see this.
What are we going to be showing you? There's going to be a lot of, right now, things are just waking up. I see some heuchera hosta starting to poke out a little bit. Our last frost date, I think, is
April 12th to 15th, something like that.
Oh my goodness, I had just seen it. Yeah, I think it's around there.
Somewhere around there.
So we can still get snow. We didn't get snow this year, but we can still get it. I'm starting to notice some of our tulips that I potted up. Sorry we didn't share that. They're starting to poke up. I'll show you right now a little bit of the forsythia that's in complete bloom, and some of the hellebores are in bloom, but everything else is still asleep. We're about to get going with cutting hydrangeas. We did prune our roses, and sorry we didn't show, but we also wanted to kind of do things like without camera. We wanted to spend some time alone together in the garden and just kind of like, I don't know, I think we needed that too.
Being, like I said, being that we no longer dealing with what we're dealing with, we came out the other day and we were pruning our roses. It was so good to be out here and enjoy the garden without...
No cameras, nothing.
Worrying about the camera, without worrying about the distractions. Just us out here doing what we were doing with the garden. It was just great and awesome to be able to do that. But I know we've done plenty of rose pruning videos. We've done plenty of hydrangea pruning videos and talked about those things over and over and over again.
Link them on there,
and you guys
so
can see those videos. You're more than welcome to. But we may throw another one out here. We may throw another rose pruning video out here. We may throw a couple things out there. But it's just to get you guys to see what our process is, because we have.
Sorry, go.
Go ahead. No.
Let's talk about the roses, because I know a lot of you ask, what are you going to do with the roses? All of our David Austin roses are going to stay. We're going not stay here. We're going to pass them on to other people. We want to go ahead and start fresh and new in another home. I know in other places you can grow other David Austin roses or other kind of roses. We're probably just gonna take 2 or 3 that we really love a lot that are hard to find.
Yes.
The ones that we are reviewing
from Proven Winners.
From Proven Winners color shrub, choice color shrub. Sorry about that. We're taking those because they are some of the new ones that.
Yes.
So they're very important to us. We're gonna keep reviewing those. I don't know. What I do want to do. I had said I didn't want to really take anything because I just want to start new. Because this time we had moved here, I noticed how much it keeps you from doing other stuff when you already have something.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to go through that bit. But one thing I also don't want to do is get there and wonder. I wonder if this plant would have made it here.
Yeah.
Reason being, as I was telling Ambrose, when I grew up growing a garden with my parents. So a lot of the things that I'm growing now, my parents didn't have in the garden. My dad was more of a fruit and veggie guy, fruit trees.
Yeah.
My mom had many different other plants. She loved roses. She loved just elephant ears and what are they? Ferns. And the woman, she loved to garden every single thing she could.
Yeah.
But never had I done heuchera or hostas, hellebore. I don't know, just things that I've never grew there in San Antonio.
Yeah.
So I want to see, I want to take certain plants and just give it a go and try. I know it's very hot there. I know it's changed. Temperature has changed more. I hear it's a lot more drier. You guys that from Texas, let us know. Let us know where you're from, where you're located at, like zone-wise. And let us know how it is. We're excited too because how to keep the garden watered. That's going to be a big one that we're going to go ahead and. Yeah.
So that's going to be a challenge that we're gonna run into head on and hopefully have some.
Because there's a problem about drought there, and sometimes you can't water on certain days.
So we're going to run into some problems and maybe find some solutions for that. Hopefully in a good way that'll benefit anybody watching us because.
We still want to have an ornamental garden where we have a lot of pretty, a lot of color. I think that's one of my main goals, having still a very colorful garden back in Texas. And I know it's a big challenge growing a lot of plants that I love there, but I say give it a go. We'll see, right?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. If you're sticking around, it's going to be fun because, again, this is going to be our last move. And hopefully.
Because we don't know yet. We might just get there and rent a home first, and then kind of go around and explore to find our home.
This is not a decision we want to make from a distance, buying a home and then getting there and come to find out it's not the home that we want. So going in and renting a home first is probably going to be what's most beneficial. And then the fire's getting a little close to my face, and then looking to see what we can buy that's going to most benefit the family as a whole. But it's definitely exciting, guys, because it's going to be a whole new garden, whole new chapter in our lives. Hopefully a better channel for you guys to watch if you are watching, because we're going to be able to do so much more stuff. We're going to have like Angie said, these houses are so close together. We can't just go to one side of the garden and record a video without any of the distractions. And with a home, hopefully we'll have the opportunity to do videos wherever we want to, at a distance, in the backyard, in the front yard. If there's distractions in one place or another, we can move and give you better content in the future, because that's something that we're definitely striving for and definitely want to do for you guys. But with such a small garden, we're not just limited to doing videos, but we're limited to what we want to garden, and we can always add and add and add, but there's just so much we can add to the small garden. So I hope you guys are excited, because we're excited.
We're super excited. I'm like dreaming of what I want to plant in Texas and the things that I haven't been able to grow here, and I'm excited to go back home and actually get gardening. I'm not gonna complain though. We've had a blast. We've had a blast in every place we've been to. This has been heaven, gardening in Virginia as well. It's a perfect place. If there was if we stayed here, I know we would have a blast. If we had our home with a space, and all types of lighting, the right amount of sunlight, it would be amazing. We've learned here how to grow still a nice garden in shade. And a lot of muddy areas and stuff. We got to learn
yeah.
so much from this place either way, and we fell in love with Virginia. But we decided, you know, it's time to go home. It's time to go home. It's time to try something else again, something different and new. I don't know. I'm just excited. And what are you going to see from us right now? You're going to see, like I said, a lot of taking out plants to repot them and take them with us, whatever we're going to take, or that I'm going to prepare to send off to somebody else. I don't know. What else are we going to do? We got some pruning to do on some other things.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of tear down, a lot of giving away plants, some pruning things, maybe planting a couple things here and there, things that we're going to keep.
Maybe we'll talk more about how this garden came to be, because I know some of y'all wanted to know.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have to revert this garden back to the yard back to what it was.
Yes.
In the front, you've seen those big limelight hydrangeas. Those are coming out just to give you an idea of what's happening.
I found a great gardener, a garden friend that I know is going to take care of them.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited to do that. You'll see a video on that.
Yeah. So
more vlogging. I miss the vlogging.
Yeah. So
we're gonna do a lot of more vlogging.
Yeah. So just like we said, being that we can come out now freely with the camera and do things like that, there's gonna be a lot more vlogging. Angie does have her own camera. She just hasn't used it because, again, it's hard to just come out here and do a video whenever we want to. But hopefully you guys will see more of that.
So, right now, I'm not sure how much we're going to be coming out on camera so much either, because we're telling you that we're, trying to get everything, not just out here, but in home there. I'm working on my autistic daughter still to this moment. We're still working on her.
Moving is a big deal for her, just so you guys
know.
But
with what happened, she's scared to actually come outside still.
Yeah.
So I'm working with her with that. All the other kiddos are ready to go. They want to go to Texas. I don't know. I think that's it. We just wanted to come out and talk.
I know this probably got long, and we can continue and continue and continue. But
we should have just done it live.
Again, it's been a while since we've been on camera,
Yeah.
And we wanted to put a video out there for you guys to understand what we're doing, what we're actually, what the future holds for us, because we're excited. I mean, we're very, very excited, and it's going to be great. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I think we should close it out. It's getting really cold. My fingers are very numb at this point.
I'm nice and warm.
I know. I forgot there's fire here. But yeah, I think we'll leave it here. We'll go ahead, probably do one maybe tomorrow morning on just walking around and showing you what's starting to grow.
Magnolias are blooming.
It's very muddy right now and ugly out here. I hate these types of days when there's nothing out here.
Yeah.
But we do got to prune some hydrangeas. Hopefully we get that done soon.
We got to get a couple things pruned.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of clean up. But again, that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. If you haven't given this video a like, give it a like, because hopefully we bring you some more content that's going to be great and awesome for the future. So, you got anything else?
No, I'm just going to close it out with, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
With bloom where you are planted, because we have definitely done that throughout the years.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.